Hey everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Allure V3 here from Compoform. I actually traded somebody in one of the Facebook groups for my clover. You know, I'm impulsive and like to make bad decisions every now and then, but I don't want to let that cloud my judgment of this piece or have it change how I review it, because on its own, phenomenal. This is a really cool, just kind of a stunning piece to look at even, but very cool trackless slider, very beautiful. My only beef, and again, it's clouded by the fact that I traded my clover for it, is that I've got several trackless sliders. They all essentially do the same thing. They don't all make the same noise, which is fine. You know, it's a different noise, different feel. But the clover was kind of a unique piece, or had unique functionality. So I do miss that, and something tells me I'll be taking place in the next clover drop. Maybe they'll have some different colors. If they hit a black and purple, I would be all in. But anyway, take a look. First, let's just start with the design. So it's this kind of swirly looking design, kind of a raised swirl with a rougher finish, like a sandblasted finish in between the swirls. And it's really cool. It has a really interesting feel to it, very interesting, but just some really incredible machining, as always, from Compoform. I mean, they just knock it out of the park with design every single time. Their stuff always looks so cool. Just look at that. So, and they did several different designs for this, for the Allure. This just happened to be the one that the guy who I traded with, what he had, but they've got ones that look just like the Argyle V1.1, but this is significantly smaller than the Argyle. If you can tell, I've got very average size hands. They're not big or anything, but you can see, I mean, I'd say this is probably half an inch shorter, half an inch, a quarter of an inch less wide. But something interesting about this, and it's a bit divisive, I think, for people that have this, are the conflicting, why did I say it that way? Conflicting patterns on the inside. So you've got a wave running vertically, you've got a wave running horizontally, and when you put those together, and it's so slight even that I wouldn't even say it's any sort of issue to anybody, but if you get it on the end there, you can kind of hear a scratch to it. Listen to how loud. I mean, this thing really has a slap to it. And that's because these are incredibly strong magnets. Certainly stronger than the clover. And that was something I actually had a conversation about. Is the clover, I think the magnets are purposefully a little weaker just for functionality, so you can get that really smooth spin down that you do when you grab it by a corner and roll it down, to have both sides flush. this one is just, I mean, that thing's not coming off. So it's really a great trackless slider. I think if you were going to put them in order, I'd probably go Clover, Allure V3, and then the Argyle V1.1. That's just me. I know some people that stand by the Argyle. But honestly, I was thinking about this. I'd almost really love to see like an Argyle Mini. If they hit an Argyle that was in the Allure size, I was trying to work this earlier to see if that would actually be good, but I think it might be. I don't know that he's ever going to do anything like that, but that rotation that the Argyle does, it was a bit cumbersome just because it was a little longer, so you'd have to roll it up and then adjust your thumb to push it down, where using this, I don't know if I'm even making sense, but this thing is just a really cool trackless slider. If you're looking for one and you've got the money, or you've got something to trade for it, I definitely say that the Allure is a great piece from Compoform. If you find a Clover out there though, pick it up for sure. So, all right, that is the Allure V3, and this is Kyle signing